Welcome back, guys, to another video. This is one of my videos where I actually uploaded the few days after. Usually I upload videos every fucking 5 months. So yeah, we're new fresh video for you guys. Also, this gameplay isn't mine. I'll link the original gameplay in the description because, I have an Xbox and I cannot, play the alpha of Cold War. But I will link the original for this gameplay right here. So yeah. So today we are going to get into Brittany Venti again, as she's made a new video on, well, mostly lolicons in general. You know my station on lolicon. I really do not care. It's fiction. I don't care. It's not harming real children. They're just anime girls, just small anime girls, underage anime girls. I literally do not care. It's not a real child. That's basically my opinion on it. But she made it's a 30-minute video. I will link it so you can see the full video. I'm not going to cover it because this would be an hour long. But what I'm going to do is that I'm going to just take a segment. Her Gawr Gura, she split it up into segments, so I'm going to thank her for that because, it's impossible, other videos where they don't do that, where they make long-ass videos, so you got to scroll through, and plus this editing program is, very hard to fucking use, so, you gotta, you know what I mean. But, we're mostly just gonna go through, what her shit-talking Hololive. Basically, Brittany Venti labels Hololive fans to the Electric Boogaloo. That's gonna be the title. That's gonna be the title, man. That's literally gonna be the fucking title. So, yeah. Let's get into her shit takes today.
For using Japan as an example for why there should be depictions of children getting raped for them to masturbate to.
Maybe because that is, because Japan has a very low crime rate and has a very low sexual abuse rate, so it kind of seems obvious to use that, because if there's less people being abused in the place where loli porn comes from, it's going to make it seem that loli porn doesn't harm anyone. It's kind of, causation, correlation. It's very hard to determine that, but anyone with a common sense can really see that loli porn doesn't really do anything, especially in Japan, because they have a low crime rate, and especially in America. Most American pedophiles don't even know what loli porn is. They're just fucking Hollywood old white men. That's really what they are. Half of the time, or the famous pedophiles. Even then, when loli porn is found by pedophiles, it's very small number, which you just can't correlate to that, because that's like saying all Doom fans are school shooters because Eric Harris and Dylan Klybod had Doom on their computers and played it and had a map of their school. It's just very dumb to say things like that, because it's even the same logic. Just saying loli porn causes pedophilia, normalize it, is the same logic that boomers use to say, oh, video games cause violence. No. The fiction has been proven many times to not affect reality. It's, scientifically proven. It may say with video games, but anybody with a common sense brain can say it's the same as porn as well, because it's essentially the same thing that's drawn as well. Not real porn, actors, real actors. It just, animated porn in general, it's not gonna harm anyone. It's, I know it's a meme to say, oh, it's a drawing. It is just a drawing. It's lines on paper. I know she's basically a conservative or authoritarian, right, basically, because her replies are filled with tradcaths. A lot of them are filled with tradcaths. Really, I just hate when people get pissed off at fictional creatures and fictional characters and all that shit. It really shows a lot about her. I guess, it's something to be expected when it shows up only around for a week. And it usually gets more popular. When things get more popular, people are prone to get mad at it and be jealous of it. It reminds me of the Project Melody, where a bunch of OnlyFans and other horny streamers, porn streamers, got mad at her because she was taking the platform. It's probably her because Brittany Venti is somewhat of a streamer as well, and Gawr Gura has made a lot of money in the past, and I feel like that she is basically jealous over Gawr Gura, because literally, just if you hear her talk about her, she's basically jealous. I'm just gonna say that. And I actually have a clip from Critical. If you don't know who Critical is, he's a really good YouTuber. I'll link as a trouble. Everybody basically knows Critical, but if you don't know who Critical is, he's basically a commentary YouTuber like me, but he doesn't really show gameplay that much. He does game reviews, movie reviews, and when he streams, I like his streams a lot. I like when he reacts to, TV shows. Because usually when you react to a TV show, it doesn't really harm anyone, but getting off topic, he made a good point that people shouldn't compare lolly porn to real child porn, because I'll literally just play the clip right now.
Fucking abhorrent. And for some fucking reason, Twitter, being the cesspool that it is, somehow brings anime into this, talking about, well, why is cutie such a big deal when anime has kids being sexualized? Well, first of all, anime is fake. Those like children lolly things, those fucking 900-year-old vampires that look like they're 4 years old, the little cum demons that have existed for 2 millennia, but they look like a 6-year-old, those aren't real people. They are animated fake things. These are actual 11 and 12-year-old girls that are subjected to this hypersexualization in this movie that the director has forced upon them. That's very different. This is real world versus totally fucking made up, drawn characters. It's not even comparable.
Next, I want to talk about Gawr Gura, which is the Shark Girl VTuber. I mentioned her along with Project Melody in my last video to talk about virtual YouTubers. Many people misunderstood and thought that I was saying they were part of the same company, which is not what I thought at any point. I brought them both up to have 2 examples of virtual YouTubers or VTubers, and for some reason, even using the term VTuber seems to really piss off people, even though it's an applicable term that applies to both of them. I think it pisses them off because Project Melody is outright pornographic. People who are huge fans of the Shark Girl seem to want to maintain the image that it's completely innocent and not sexual. In the case of Gawr Gura, the Shark Girl VTuber, she not only looks the part of a prepubescent child.
Buddy, I don't know what prepubescent child you know, but Gawr Gura looks nothing like a real child, nor a prepubescent child. No real person will ever look like that at all. Even if it does, it will become, there was like this anime mask, anime look thing. It looked uncanny valley because anime people don't look good in real life, realistic, because it's uncanny valley. I think even real pedophiles wouldn't even try to fuck it, nor lolicons, because it's disgusting. Like, I'm just saying. Like, no real child would have ever looked like that, or will ever look like that. So just don't pull the strings and just say, this is a child. No. Don't twist the words of what it is to make it look bad. It's a very dumb fucking argument.
But also has the mannerisms and baby voice of a child, despite being voiced by an adult. She is, without a doubt, considered a loli. Therefore, she's going to attract a lot of lolicons.
That's called appealing to the target market. You probably didn't pass class years because you're retarded, but I took a marketing class in school, and obviously, if she's a loli, if she speaks like a loli and looks like a loli, she's going to attract the lolicon community, the target market. That's the target demographic. How are you surprised by this? This is basic economics and market. Like, are you joking? Did you not take econ and government and market and senior year? Because that's what I fucking did. Well, I'm not in senior year, I'm a teenager, but I'm taking them right now because I like senior classes and I like government and economics because I'm kind of political on my Twitter and I like learning about politics and doing shit, and econ is actually kind of fun. I mean, if you said, but econ's not fun, econ is fun. But sorry to go off track for the second time, but please, target market, just learn what that is. If a person likes Snickers, if a person likes a chocolate bar, and a person makes a chocolate bar, they're gonna like the chocolate bar. Basic fucking target demographic logic. Like, holy shit. It just angers me.
I want to take the time to acknowledge that it does take some talent to do what Gawr Gura does on her live stream, such as sing. I heard her cover of Tatsuro Yamashita and I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. I've never had to pronounce it, but he is one of my favorite city pop artists, and I am a huge fan of city pop. It is my favorite genre of music, and it has been hands down for years. City pop, for those of you who don't know, is older pop music from Japan, basically. It's very chill and has a certain aesthetic to it that's very funky. But anyway, I heard of Gawr Gura's cover of it, and I can see why somebody would be entertained by that. And watching her doesn't automatically make you a lolicon.
Then why the fuck did you say that in your last video? You're a walking contradiction. Why did you say that in your last video then? It's basic. Do you have a fucking memory of a fucking goldfish or some shit?
And it's totally understandable if somebody finds her cute, like how they would a kitten. As I stated in the first video on this topic, I never thought that VTubers were inherently bad. But with that said, she still attracts lolicons, and that is because she is considered a loli by lolicons.
Literally swear this entire 30-minute fucking video she has is her just repeating the same things over and over again. Like, I'm not joking. It's literally like her repeating the same things over and over again in each fucking segment. So I just picked one segment about Gawr Gura and VTubers as a whole. Now later she's going to get into more of Hololive English. And we're going to shit talk her on that. But it kind of makes sense. Literally, what I said last time. Target demographic. People are going to like something if the people who make that appeal to them. It's no shit, and she's basically considered a loli, and loli is not always an age, it's a body type. I know some retard in my comic section said, like, no, it's not. No, it literally is. If you ask lolicons, definitions and context change over time, like I said in the last video. So, yeah, let's fucking hear more of her shit-ass and bad takes.
Part of the Shark Girl's appeal, despite there being talent, is her cuteness. And men do find cuteness to be sexually attractive, which is why lolicons will go to this stream. Research on facial attractiveness has pointed out that there is a presence of childlike facial features that increase attractiveness. These features are defined as a large curved head, facial elements, eyes, nose, mouth, located relatively low on the face, large round eyes, small short nose, round cheeks, small chin, and obviously height and build is also a factor in that as well. As you can see, Gawr Gura matches this description perfectly, and her body is in proportion with that of a child as well. Additionally, Gawru's...
You realize if we use a similar chart to this, Hank Hill is a fucking child, literally by this logic. If we literally use a similar chart to this, it's a cartoon character. They're not going to be the more realistic proportions. You can't compare it to the real proportions of a human because it's a cartoon character. It's not real. It's not supposed to resemble a real person. It is supposed to be a cute shark anime loli. That is what it's supposed to be.
Personality is also childish as well. The Shark Girl's personality is also childish. She often does kind of like a childish babble on her stream, like goo goo gaga.
Right. Shall we? So. Okay.
Many other VTubers do something like that, like Igunami Corone. She does Yubi. Many other VTubers do that. It's just dumb, retarded fucking cuteness. Saying dumb, cute words is cute. It's not go go gaga. Literally, even I would consider Corone to be mature. She's basically generic anime girl. Sorry, Corone. Sorry to diss you. Sorry, my doggo queen. But this logic is very flawed because many other VTubers do this as well in the Hololive community as well. It's basically a Hololive tradition.
And even one of the first things out of her mouth on her debut was saying ah, and everybody went crazy over it because they thought it was funny and they made memes out of it, but they also thought that it was cute and therefore in people's eyes who find this sexually attractive.
Saying "aw" is sexually attractive, it's random, and random equals funny. Literally, I'll play one of those fucking 21st century humor memes because they're funny. They're literally funny. I'm literally going to play it right now because it's funny and it's random and it is funny. Haha, random.
I fight anywhere you go.
Hold up.
You see, it's funny because funny heart farts sound funny. I want a spoonful. It's because it's random. You're not gonna expect it. It's funny, dumb humor. Dumb humor. When you say something dumb, people are going to laugh because it is funny. Dumb people are funny, and saying dumb things are stupid. Basic fucking logic.
Additionally, I mentioned in the last video that she misspelled several basic words in English. I mean, heck, stomach, which is one of the words she misspelled, is one of the first terms you learn how to spell in Japanese. Even I know how to spell it, and I am by no means fluent. She also misspelled the words salmon as well as Twitter and twister. And people defended this, saying the voice actress's first language isn't English. When you Google Gawr Gura, the summary basically says that the character was intended to be played as a girl from the underwater civilization of Atlantis who's learning what it's like on land. Knowing this information, it would appear that the misspells are in fact intentional, which is why they're done several times intentionally to make sense with the character. So, basically, people were using a defense that they didn't even know was true because they don't even know for sure who the voice actress is. Nor do they know for sure if English is her first language and Japanese is her second. Some might call these assumptions on their end a little bit racist. My whole point of pointing this out was to highlight that Gawr is in fact a loli and has childlike behavior, looks like a prepubescent child, sounds like one, and pretty much might as well be one despite having a 9,000-year-old age. It's just a loophole for people to say, oh, it's legal to give themselves a pass if they're sexually attracted to her. It's okay to find her cute like you would a kitten, but it's another thing when you're a lolicon and you're using this as fat material.
It was like one guy saying, oh, she's 9 years old, but as a former lolicon myself, yes, I was a former lolicon, that's a straw man argument. We don't really use that argument anymore. It's very, very straw man-y. It's literally like, it's very straw man-y. I'm not joking. Like, literally. I'm not joking. It's one of the most straw man arguments against lolicon ever.
Which a lot of people in that live stream definitely are. I mean, this is what lolicon's like. My first impression of the Shark Girl stream was that it was a child's show, and I'm a consumer of anime. That's the sort of vibe that it gives off. And although not everybody is sexualizing her, I can't help but to see a large overlap with the My Little Pony fan base. If you guys remember back 10 years ago, or for those of you that don't, My Little Pony was a big thing when I was a teenager. I think I was around 14, and I remember it was a huge thing, bronies going around talking about how much they loved My Little Pony despite it being intended as a kid's show or a show for girls to be appealed to with because it was very, cutesy and feminine. Similar to why girls may watch The Shark Girl because she's also cute and feminine. Despite My Little Pony being intended to appeal to girls for being pretty or children to watch, many creepy men would watch it and sexualize the characters.
Alright, I know I'm gonna get some fucking hate for this, but I'm basically former anything. Basically, like, big internet culture. I was basically a former brony. I'm not joking. I literally used to be before I got into weeb culture. Really only because, it was the only show. I got bored, and I was like, oh, let's turn on, what is it, Hub? Yeah, Hub! Yeah, I remember fucking Hub. That's where it was on, bro. I forgot what it's called now, but, like, it used to be called Hub. It had, like, Transformers Prime on it, too, as well. That was very cool. But, I would watch it, and then I became a brony. I collected figures and all that shit, watched a bunch of videos, but I wasn't fucking, like, neckbeard mode. I just used to be, and then I fell out of it late 2015? Because I just thought, oh, this is cringy, and then I sold all my stuff to, like, fucking, eBay. And that's basically really it. Like, I went to fucking conventions, but I know there's some that sexualize it, but you're comparing a children's TV show to a YouTube channel, which isn't appealed to kids, it's appealed to anime lolicon fans, which are not children, which is kind of a dumb comparison, really, just because, like, you're comparing two things that aren't even fucking comparable. It's retarded.
While pretending they watched it for other reasons, when in reality their reasons were very perverse. It doesn't mean that My Little Pony is bad, but at best you have adults having a bizarre fixation on childlike things despite being outside of that age group. And at worst you have adults sexualizing something childish by doing things like drawing porn of it. In My Little Pony's case, pony porn, or ejaculating onto the little pink pony toys that are intended for children. It's pretty obvious that they find the cuteness sexually appealing and sexualize a child's show. And
I'm mostly gonna skip head the bronies stuff. I'm not here to defend bronies. I'm just here saying that I'm just defending Hololive. I'm gonna skip it to where she talks more about Hololive, really. So I'm not taking anything out of context. You can watch the full video. I will link it in the description below. So let's skip this bitch's fucking repeating ass takes.
if you look at Gawr Gura's counterparts from Hololive, you will find that when they have a more mature voice or design, they are not as successful as her, even when they look childish, because the personality isn't as childish.
Maybe because Gawr Gura just blew up because of the meme, because she tweeted on Twitter. You realize that even though they debuted on the same day, if one person makes a good tweet and it blows up, they're obviously going to get more viewers and more shit. It's not, Lolicon is usually a medium to small community in the anime community as a whole. It's because, it's a meme. Say, haha, funny. Oh, Shark Girl said, I'm going to watch her debut stream. I'm going to donate to her. If people know something, and if there's a lot of people that know that, they're going to go see that and do that. The thing is, all those other counterparts don't have their version of their meme, or a meme that's, like, related to them. It's kind of basic logic that this bitch does not know.
I used to play it on the Xbox, because on the Xbox they sold it as like part of the orange box, and one day it was on sale for $5, and that's how I fell in love with Team Fortress 2, because well, actually,
shall we? So, okay.
Thousands of lolicons congregate here to sexualize the depiction of a prepubescent child.
Most people don't go to Hololive streams to sexualize, but even that, we're not sexualizing a prepubescent child. We're sexualizing a shark loli, which is very different from a real child. You just can't compare it to a real child. Like the critical clip from earlier back there, just refer to that anytime you hear or want to know if there's a difference. Just refer to that clip, because you saying this is making everything just like, oh, you're comparing drawing to a real child, which is basically stupid. Just understand shit. It's not that hard. Just understand there's a difference between fiction and reality, and you have to make a difference between that line, or you're just going to look fucking retarded.
You can even see on the Twitter account of the Shark Girl that she retweets art on her official Twitter, and in those photos, her proportions are also undoubtedly childlike. Finally, my last point in proving that Gawr Gura is in fact presented as a child or loli, despite having an adult voice actress and being over 9,000 years old, is if you go on Pixiv and search under the kana Rori and Yojo and scroll down, you will find that Gawr is one of the first results to come up.
We are not denying that Gawr Gura is a loli, or we're not denying that she is a loli. We're saying that it isn't pedophilic to like her, nor are lolicons pedophiles. That's what we're saying. We're not denying that she is a loli. What we're saying is that it isn't pedophilic to like her. And you looking up our picture is because she's recently gone popular, and if popular things are going to get top of the site, just like YouTube trending or YouTube recommended. If things get popular, it's going to show up to you more. It's going to get higher up on the bar. Basic fucking logic. It's not that hard to understand.
If Gawr Gura is really truly viewed as a 9,000-year-old person, then why is she one of the first results to come up under the tag little girl, along with endless pornographic depictions of children?
I'm going to end the video right here because she will just repeat it, and that's her basically end of the Gawr Gura stream. You can go watch the rest of her bad takes. I will link it in the description below. So I hope you all have a good day. Remember, don't fight Corona, wear a mask, all that shit, and, you know, do your job, all that shit. I don't care what you do, just stay alive so you can watch my next videos and like it. Like, subscribe, and subscribe if you're new, and like and all that shit, and bye.